Well, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I've came to Neist Point, the most westerly point in Skye. So let me turn round and then you can see the view that I've got looking out over to the sea. And on a clear day, I think you can just make it out. You can see over to the Outer Hebrides, so you can see South Uist, you can see Benbecula and North Uist from here. We were here last year, however Caroline and I went up that direction and the lighthouse is actually that direction. So hopefully this will be a better opportunity this afternoon to try and get a shot of the lighthouse from the correct location. So join me and let's see where this journey takes us. Well, the wee restaurant's shut, the cafe's shut for winter. Right, so nothing much has changed. So when we came down here last year, we seen all this mud, but when we were here it was pure white with snow. So there's a couple of people away over there walking down towards the lighthouse, but that walk's going to take too long. So the lighthouse obviously is behind that rock, so we need to go up the hill. So I've got my wellies on so that I can walk through all this mud and mire. Like the last time, that's what kind of put us off and we went the complete wrong direction. So I'll keep walking. It's really windy. I was going to bring the drone, but it's just too strong. And I'll catch back up when we can get first sight of the lighthouse. This is pretty horrible underfoot. It's awfully squidgy and slippy. I'll just climb up here. Ooh. That's me at the top of this wee ridge. Just trying to see. Still no view of the lighthouse yet. Some nice light kicking off over there on the horizon. I am here an hour before sunset, so it's awfully cloudy. Would be really nice if we got some colour though. Our first view of the lighthouse. So I'll just keep walking. I'm actually going to walk a wee bit further along because I think this is the spot that Caroline and I reached last year, because we hiked up to there and walked down this marsh. It wasn't pleasant at all. I mean, look at this. It's just horrible. So if you're coming up here and it's been heavy rain and muddy, make sure you put your wellies on, because you wouldn't want to walk in this in your boots either. Whoops. Oh, that's sucking me down. Right, I need to find a safe place to cross. There we have it. Oh boy, the wind's strong. It's pushing me along here. I'm just wondering if there's any rope that I can take shelter on. I don't want to go too close to the edge because that is really, really windy. However, if I go here in this little plateau area, I've got a cracking view of the lighthouse and that water, so aqua blue. It's really nice. They also say there's a good chance you can see whales and dolphins here, but I doubt we'll be lucky with that today. Just watching that light over there, because that could also be rain. Right, I'm going to get set up and see if we can get a couple of shots for this location. Right, so I've put the wee camera behind a rock over there, just so it doesn't get blown away. Right, so I've got the lighthouse in my composition, and I've got from a leading line from a bottom left to right is where the big rock is, leading out to the lighthouse. So we talk about separation quite a bit, or I do. Now, when you go to a competition, what judges don't like is when you break a horizon line. So what I've got here is I've raised my tripod high enough just because of where I'm situated, and the peak of the rock is just below the horizon line and it's not breaking the horizon line. So to be honest, it doesn't really bother me, but if I ever wanted to use these images later on, especially if I wanted to put them into a competition, know that it's going to be a competition picture, although it's quite moody, I might go low and break the horizon, but that's just for me so that I can get a nice shot. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 2 or 3 different shots. Just so you know, I've got 160th of a second, f8, and I've had to lift my ISO up to 500. I don't need filters because it's all flat light. There's a licky sun light going right across the horizon, and if I'm lucky it might even break closer and closer. So what I'll do is I'll keep taking these images because that's a really nice light, and when I do, I'll share these images with you now. So there's a tanker coming in there, not quite sure where he's going, and there's another tanker out there as well, and then we've got this viewpoint. So I'm just going to set my camera up just a wee bit closer here to the edge, not too far. See, there's places to take photographs down here, but honestly the wind's really strong and I'm not going to take the risk. So what I'll do is I'll set my camera up. Do you know, some really good information about the lighthouse here at Neist Point. So that lighthouse was actually erected in 1909, and it's actually 19 metres high, and there's 42 steps that take you up to the light on top. This is actually the most westerly point on the Isle of Skye. But I also found out a fun fact about the lighthouse, and the fun fact is the light from the tower is equal to 480,000 candles, and it can be seen up to 24 miles away. That's amazing. So, and it's been unmanned since 1990. So there's a wee fun fact about the Neist Lighthouse. And there we are, just a further shot, just a different angle where a wee bit more side on and not as much of that kind of vertical. That second tanker's still coming in, and I don't know, the other one's away past. Right, that background looks really interesting and full of rain. I'm just keeping my eye over here as well, and I'm watching this light that's going on in the sea in the background. Right, let me take a few pictures and I'll catch back. I'm going to see if I can try and get up to that wee lookout up there. I'm trying to find the best way to walk, because I'm just being conscious that this can be really marshy, so I need to be careful I don't get sucked down. There's a wee trail here that I don't know if it's people or animals, but we'll walk up here and let's have a wee nosy. Closer, I'll go and get some shelter in this shelter for 5 minutes and check my batteries. Oh, I don't know how you get into it. There's an entrance around the back. Oh, here we are. What's in here? Right. Alright. This is quite cool. Just a wee respite for the wind. You can just see the peak of the lighthouse there. But what a cracking vista this is. I wonder if this is an old World War II watchtower. Pretty cool actually. It's a wee skylight for turn that up. There you go. Right, I'll get set up, I'll swap out the batteries, get a breather for 10-20 minutes, and then head back down to the lighthouse for maybe a sunset. Alright, so let's leave this little humble abode. Oh, back into the chill, and let's walk back, because look at that sky. Oh, that is getting awesome. Closer. It's oh, the wind. Do you know, at least it isn't as bad as when I went to the fairy pools. Oh boy. And I hope some of those images turned out, because that was really hard work trying to get those images with the rain and the wind blasting into me. I can cope with this as long as there's no rain. It's brilliant. Right, I'm just going to cut across. I'll just watch my footing and see if I can cut across this kind of marshy area and get set up. Look at that. There are people standing right on the peak of that hill. How silly is that in this wind? Oh well, I hope they're safe. Oops, right, this is not clever. Right, I'll catch up when I get to the side. Right, so I've got myself set up, so 10 minutes till the sun starts to set, and there's now 2 or 3 people on top of that ridge. I'll just zoom in and get some shot. Actually, the people are actually really good for scale. I hope they're okay, because that's a serious drop. Actually, what I'll do is, I've turned the zoom on in this camera and I'm filming, and I'm trying to zoom in on those people. I think there's 4 people at the top of that rock. I'm hoping there's a big plateau, because for here it looks really precarious. But yeah, they're obviously taking a selfie at the highest westerly point next to the lighthouse. I just do hope they're safe. Right, I'll get back to taking my photos, and actually the reason I've stopped here is because I want to use these stones as foreground interest. So what I'll do is I'll take 2 or 3 different shots, and I might even step back a little bit and do a portrait shot and get those rocks in the foreground and then the lighthouse in the background, and that might be quite nice. Do you know the tricky thing about shooting in one location? You're trying to make it interesting, so in reality it's a lighthouse and you're only taking shots of a lighthouse, but when you're in the one location, you've got to work that location. And when I mean working the location, you've got to go to different areas to get different angles. Just while we're waiting on the light, and I can start to see some pinkiness coming through the clouds now. And I've still got these rocks as foreground interest. And it's really nice. And I took 2 or 3 shots a wee minute ago. And there was a guy walking his dog, and he was standing at the edge of the cliff. A cliff edge here, and I took some shots, because what was really good about him being in the shot was it showed you a sense of scale, and it just goes to show how tiny we are compared to the landscape here. So it's pretty awesome, and I'm absolutely gutted. I still haven't seen a dolphin, and I still haven't seen a whale or a golden eagle, but oh boy, that sky's kicking off now. It's absolutely stunning. Right, let me take 2 or 3 more shots. I'll share the images that I've just taken and the images that I took with the guy in them, and I'll share that with you now. further down. So if I turn the camera around, I'm just going to move to that spot there, just so that I can get some different compositions, because I'm kind of feeling like I'm taking lots of shots of the same thing, but at the same time, actually I don't really want to move, because look at that sky. The sky's going to be absolutely incredible. What I might do is move a wee bit closer, and that might help me. I was using these rocks as foreground interest, but let's get a wee bit closer to the edge, not too close, and see how the sky, because look at this. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I've put the 70 to 200 on just for a wee minute, just to get different images. So I've taken close-ups of the island with the clouds over there. I've taken some shots away over on the left and the island here. And now I'm just focusing in on the lighthouse. And wow, it's absolutely stunning. And I'm just about to zoom in a wee bit further, because what I was trying to do, there was a lot of wave coming in the back of the lighthouse with all the heavy winds, but it seems to have died down a wee bit now. And I was kind of hoping I could catch one or two of the splashes that were going on. There's one or two going on. Let's see if we can get some. I can't use a slow shutter speed because it's too windy, and I'd love to have a slow shutter speed to make the water all milky, but it's not going to happen, not today. Right, I'm going to switch lenses and put this 24-70 back on to get that wider view, because the clouds in the background are really getting some nice colour in them now. Right, so the sunset colours are here, and that sky is absolutely stunning. Really, really nice. I like the background. I'm just going to zoom in slightly. So I've got a wee bit of a darkish foreground, but I can lift those shadows. It's just the sky, it's really, really nice. So, and the viewpoint's getting really, really busy. There's a lot of people over that side around as well. Right, so what I'll do is I'll keep taking these images, and as usual, I'll share them with you now. Alright, so I know this is only one location, so hopefully I can make a bit of an interesting video out of this. It's absolutely fantastic, especially because it's not raining. You have no idea the difference that makes. I don't mind the wind, whatever, I don't mind the cold, but the rain is hard work to deal with. However, this sunset is absolutely cracking. There is no sun, there is just cloud, but the sun is lighting up the clouds, and it's really, really nice. So all my sunset images that I've just taken in the last 5-10 minutes, I'll share them with you now. Okay, so I'm going to finish the video here. So if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because you know it's free. And if you press the bell notification, that'll let you know the next time I post a video. So here's from a windy Neist Point. Thanks very much for watching, and here's to the next video.